Hi everyone, and welcome to another video on keyboards. And in this video I've set up 3 keyboards, as you can see from the overhead shot and also from the side shot. At the very top we've got an Arturia keyboard which is just linked into a laptop playing a virtual Hammond organ. And then in the middle I used a CT-S1000V Casio, which was playing the saxophone sound. And then in the very bottom layer I was using a bossa nova style, and I had a bit of strings as well in my right hand, coming from the Yamaha PSR-SX900. So let's just start at the very top with the Arturia. As I mentioned, it's just playing a virtual instrument on my laptop, which in this case I was using a Hammond virtual instrument, again made by Arturia. These are the mini keys on this keyboard, but whereas we've got the more full-size keys on the other 2 keyboards, but it's still a very playable keyboard. And one thing that's really nice is that when you play a chord like that, you can use the mod wheel here to turn the Leslie speaker on. I can change the octave as well. So although it's only a small keyboard, you've still got plenty of notes you can play and things you can do in order to control the sound. I haven't MIDI'd any of this together. They're all kind of independent from each other. And the reason for doing that is that I like that independence, so I'm not tied to one particular keyboard and having to send MIDI patches and things. I can independently change them without worrying too much about have I got the right MIDI number to select the new patch. So coming down from there, on the Casio, I've set up a few registrations so I can actually switch from one tone to another. So at the moment this is the sax tone. If I press one of the buttons just below the display, I can move to another tone. So fairly quickly I can change the tone on the middle keyboard. And then at the very bottom, the style was coming from the SX900, and I used Sync Start to begin with. And you can change the variation and put a little fill in as you play. And then I had a string tone here on the right hand. At my feet I've got 2 expression pedals controlling the volume of the Casio. There's one on the Casio and there's one on the Yamaha. So let me just show you first of all on the Yamaha. And just by using the expression pedal I'm able to change the volume. And I've set it so that it doesn't change the volume of the style. On the Casio, again, similarly, I've got an expression pedal. And if you put your foot halfway, midway on both pedals, you can actually change the volume of both at the same time. Next thing to do, I think, is I'll break this down. I'll take the top keyboard off, and I'll show you how I've got all the stands sorted so that I can have those three keyboards, one on top of the other. And the Arturia is a controller keyboard powered by USB, which is connected into the mini fuse audio box, and it was sat on top of the top two arms of the X stand. So that gives me an opportunity now to put the music stand in place, and I can put music on the music stand, obviously, and it also means I can see the display for the Casio a bit more clearly. Before I take the Casio away, looking around the back, there are two outputs, a left and right output, and with all of the three keyboards, I was running the audio into a mixer on separate channels. And here you can see the mixer with the microphone in channel 1, and then 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 are the channels for the keyboards. I also used a TC Helicon Voicelive to create extra backing harmonies on my voice. And finally, we've just got the Yamaha keyboard left, and again you can see all the leads plugged in around the back for the audio connection, the power, and also for the MIDI. So now we're just left with the stands, the pedals and the leads, and you can see how there are two keyboard stands, a double brace stand, and then in between that is another smaller X-frame stand, and that's the one that had the Casio keyboard, and then the other two layers, the bottom layer and the very top one, were for the Arturia and for the Yamaha keyboards. So thanks for watching.